Hello, filthy movie lovers. My name is Gentry Austin.
And I'm Casey Scott.
And we're the hosts of the Sin Syndicate, film podcast for something weirdos, anti-criterion bros, and Joseph Sarno aficionados. Join us semi-weekly as we peer into the adults-only theaters and sticky-floored cinemas of the golden age of sexploitation, when the morals were loose, the laws were murky, and the intercourse was all simulated. Find us now on the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Do you love movies? So do I. What's up, y'all? It's KB, and I love movies, inviting you to listen to The Conversation, a film podcast where passion meets perspective and opinion. From the old school to the new, I invite a guest on to discuss the movies that thrill us, challenge us, break our hearts, or even blow our minds. There's always new episodes dropping wherever you get your podcasts. So join the conversation. We don't just watch movies. We love talking about them too. The Conversation with KB Loves Movies, a part of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kulturecast. I'm Chris Stachiw. And Eric, how did we get to Mickey Rooney portraying an Asian man in a movie? How did this happen?
I don't know, but I'm really glad that it did.
I mean, it's the worst part of this movie.
Oh, it's one of the worst parts in any movie, but it is the best part of this movie.
Right. Because honestly, this movie is kind of a drag. And the movie that we're talking about, we're kicking off Rom-Com Month with a look at one of Audrey Hepburn's classics. That film is Breakfast at Tiffany's. Film is directed by Blake Edwards and written by George Axelrod. It is loosely based on Truman Capote's novella of the same name, starring the aforementioned Audrey Hepburn and George Peppard. Audrey Hepburn stars as Holly Golightly, a socialite who puts George Peppard's character through the ringer and is kind of an eccentric extrovert who dresses really nicely. I don't know how to describe her character.
There's a real easy way. She a hoe.
Yeah, she's a call girl. But
I don't know. She's like
it's the 60s, but they won't say that.
I don't know. She's like not a call girl though.
But she is.
She's not though. I don't know.
Just like her friend is totally not like a male gigolo.
Well, he totally is. That's the distinction. We'll get into it, but yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about Breakfast at Tiffany's.
God damn it.
Won't you join me?
Yes, join Audrey Hepburn as you've never seen her before, kicking over the traces and bringing to life Truman Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's. I never could do that. Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly, who typifies and glorifies the glamorous playmates of this dizzily spinning world as she and George Peppard breeze through the glitter and shimmer of New York as it has never been captured before. You have a special invitation to attend Audrey Hepburn's open house on the wildest night New York ever knew.
Timber!
Yes. Oh, good evening, Ed.
Tell you one thing, Fred, darling. I'd marry you for your money in a minute. Would you marry me for my money?
In a minute.
So I guess it's pretty lucky neither of us is rich, huh? Please, darling, don't sit there looking at me like that.
Holly, I'm in love with you.
So what?
So what? So plenty.
I love you. You belong to me.
No. People don't belong to people.
Of course they do.
I'm not gonna let anyone put me in a cage.
I don't want to put you in a cage. I want to love you.
Audrey Hepburn and George Peppard, searching for love in the big town, but sharing only part of their lives until they find the deep, warm moment of truth that can't be hidden, even by the oddball antics on the brittle surface of New York.
All right. So, Eric, you'd never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'd never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. What did you think of the film? This is a first. It's a first in a long time. We haven't seen a movie before.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess I didn't really know what to expect.
Because you didn't even know about the Mickey Rooney thing.
No. And I was very surprised and elated. And then the movie just kept becoming more and more and more of a bummer after that. I don't know. This movie, I can see why it would be a classic, especially given the time that it came out, and sort of the, I don't know, the issues that it sort of touches upon. But I feel like it doesn't get, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was the 60s and like, you know, how far can you really go into, you know, real life in the 60s when everybody wanted everything to be sort of like beautiful and nice and not, you know, shitty and...
Well, again, Audrey Hepburn's character, clearly a call girl, but they don't even say that. That's the era we're dealing with here.
See, but no, I don't think she's a call girl at all. I think that she's just...
The book 5 a.m. Fifth Avenue more or less says she's a call girl. And that book is pretty much about the making of and the effect that the film had on the portrayal of women in film and kind of the modern woman, I guess, put it.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think that she was a call girl. I just thought that she was like, I don't know, just like a gold digger. So, I mean, she just like bounces around from dude to dude, whoever has money, whoever's willing to throw money at her. And then when she gets sick of them, or finds somebody else who has more money or who's more exciting or, better looking or whatever, she just dumps the old guy and moves on to the, new one or whatever. Whereas we have Paul, who's Fred, but he's not Fred.
There's a weird thing going on there.
Who is totally a gigolo. He is very much getting paid to fucking, get his fucking pickle tickled.
By an older woman.
Oh, yeah.
E2, as he was calling her. I don't know how I feel about this movie.
Yeah.
We are not the intended audience.
No, not even
as
a little
men,
bit.
We're not the intended audience. Obviously, it's a romantic comedy, so, my wife and I watched it together.
But I didn't find it funny.
Right. No, I didn't either. And again, I think a lot of this may be kind of removal from the time with the humor.
Sure.
But at the same time, it was not funny. Like Audrey Hepburn's character as Holly Golightly, I honestly found her annoying.
Yeah, I really didn't like when you don't like your main character.
Yeah, very grating.
Yeah, it's just, I didn't care. Like, I didn't give a shit the whole time I was watching the movie. I was like, who cares? I was like, bitch, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Why are you making such a big fucking dramatic deal about everything? God.
And she's clearly manipulating everyone around her. Every man in her life she's manipulating. I mean, you see that with Buddy Ebsen, a.k.a. Jed Clampett from Beverly Hillbillies.
Fucking $1 million Jed.
Yeah. But, you see that with his character and like we said, the other male characters that she runs into in the movie. And so I found her character to be extremely grating.
Yeah.
And like you said, I didn't care about anything that she was doing anyways, because it's like, who gives a shit? Like, you want to go do your own thing? You clearly don't. You left your family in Texas and fucking wanted to come to New York York and do whatever and be drunk all the time and be just kind of an eccentric weirdo. That's fine, but
yeah, I don't know. Take some responsibility for your shit. Like, you know, don't just like be this weird drama queen. Like, come on, what the fuck? I don't know. It's probably totally a time thing. There were lots of things in this movie that definitely...
It hasn't aged well.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't aged well.
I mean, we talked about Mickey Rooney. I think Mickey Rooney's portrayal as of Mr. Yunioshi, the landlord, is the biggest anachronism you can point at in this film.
Yeah.
And be like, holy shit, you can't make this film today with that.
No.
You couldn't have made that film in the 70s with that.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah.
But definitely not in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a now thing.
I don't know what
like
it is.
Yellow washing and like, I mean, everyone is so sensitive today, and that's fine. And they have a right to be, because something like this is pretty offensive.
Yeah, and I mean, this is like, I feel like you and me are very non-sensitive people. I mean, we're both straight white males in our 20s. I mean, I don't think either one of us has the right to be offended by anything, and this was still like, oh man, come on, that's towing the line a little too far.
But here's the thing, right? Like, it was offensive in a way that was, I don't know, like,
it's just like a thing where you're like, man, that's not cool. Like, you couldn't have just hired an Asian guy, you just like had to use Mickey Rooney. I don't know. Or you could have just made the character not Asian and then used Mickey Rooney, and it would have still been funny. And it's like, it doesn't, I don't know, whatever. It was the 60s and people thought that shit was hilarious.
But here's the thing, like, it is funny in a way because it is like a supremely over-the-top performance.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's the best part of the movie, even though it's super offensive and like really not cool. It's still, I don't know. I got a kick out of it because of how like offensive and shitty and over-the-top it was.
If it had been an Asian actor, I think people would have still found it offensive.
I don't know. It wouldn't have had the same effect, I don't think.
Right. It would have been offensive, but not dialed up to 11 offensive.
Yeah, it would have been like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But anyway,
because let's be honest here, it's astounding.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's over the top, and it's, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people who would watch that and triggered immediately and just get like pissed off.
Outside of Mickey Rooney's performance, I didn't like this film. I didn't really like Audrey Hepburn. Her character was just grating.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah, and like the film seemed like it went on forever.
Yeah, it was really slow. It felt like it was a fucking really long movie.
Because it's almost 2 hours long. And like, romantic comedies are not intended to be 2-hour affairs.
Yeah, no, that's a 90 minutes in and out.
Yeah. And like, I guess for me, I don't understand what the appeal of this movie is. Because like, this is widely considered to be like one of the great films of the 60s.
Sure, yeah.
Like, this is an iconic film. I mean, it's in the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
The Library of Congress selected it to be preserved in the National Film Registry, so there must be something about this film.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of that has to do with what was portrayed in this movie, you know, to have somebody who is like blatantly being paid for sex, a man, and then this woman who's like sort of this wild free spirit sort of, gold digger, as I mean, I don't know, to use the parlance of, 20 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. But I mean,
have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind the scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
Hello and welcome to Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys. My name is Hunter. In this podcast, I'll be joined by a different guest each week to discuss a classic Western movie or TV show. I've been a fan of classic Westerns for as long as I can remember, and in recent years, they've become very nostalgic for me. I love the aesthetic, the tropes, and I love seeing different filmmakers' takes on them. At their best, they're incredibly entertaining, rewatchable, and some of my all-time favorite movies are Westerns. We'll mostly focus on Western movies made in Hollywood, but we'll also be covering spaghetti Westerns, and one thing I'm very excited to get into are Western TV shows. I've got some amazing guests coming on the show, film professors, historians, and podcasters. And Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys is part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, and many guests on the show will be from other shows on the network. Thanks for listening.
Maybe the portrayal of the main characters and some of that stuff in this movie is sort of why it was important for the time, and to sort of like tell a story that was not quite like damsel in distress, like, oh, poor, woman needs to be saved by a man, but then that is exactly what happens in this movie. So
right, that's a whole that ultimately is the overlying issue that I have with this movie.
Yeah, is that it just falls into just a generic, like, old-timey, man meets woman, they fall in love, shit happens, and then they figure it out in the end anyways.
Yeah, let's take a break, play some messages, and when we get back, we'll kind of dig into that, because I have some issues with this movie, especially that. So
who is Carl Kolchak?
He's a reporter.
Now that is news, Vincenzo. News! And we are a newspaper. We are supposed to print news, not suppress it.
With the INS.
What's an INS?
Independent news service, sir, founded in 1904 by Enrico Paluzzi. Who seems to have a nose for the strange and unusual.
Well, last year in Las Vegas, I uncovered a series of murders that turned out to have been committed by a vampire.
And what is the Kolchak Tapes?
It's a podcast.
All about Carl Kolchak.
What's a Kolchak?
The Night Stalker.
And where can you get it?
On iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at www.kolchaktapes.com.
As foolish a game as any that Gory the Ghoul could make up.
Movies have become a portal to a vast and growing pop culture universe, but you don't need to go over the rainbow to get your pop culture fix. Just head to Rainbow Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. They are your one-stop shop for comics, toys, posters, games, and more. Not a pop culture nerd? No problem. They have something for everyone, including a wide array of sports cards, collectible card games, even memorabilia. Stop by one of their 2 locations today. The flagship location at 3310 South Minnesota Avenue, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, or their newest location at 1501 Pine Lake Road, Suite 17, Lincoln, Nebraska. Most importantly, don't forget to add them on Facebook for pop culture news, weekly live videos, and special events.
Here's what some people are saying about the Projection Booth podcast.
Week after week, I'm mesmerized by the focus given great films and questionable films alike. But every episode is a learning and entertaining experience.
This is hands down the best movie podcast. They cover so many different genres across so many years, from obscure movies to blockbusters.
If there's only one podcast about movies and cinema that you listen to, make it this one.
The Projection Booth Podcast, with new episodes available every week at projectionboothpodcast.com.
All right, we are back, and we were talking about Breakfast at Tiffany's. So before the break, we were talking about the way the film ends and kind of the way that Paul Varjak's character treats Audrey Hepburn. I always call her Aubrey. It's Audrey Hepburn. He says multiple times, "I own you."
Yeah, that's really weird. And it's like really jarring every time.
Because that shit wouldn't fly now.
No.
That shit doesn't fly with me anyways. Like, realistically, that I find that to be more offensive than Mickey Rooney's character. Because it's like, yo, man, you don't own anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. I mean, but it just goes to show you like the time and like how, I don't know, how men and women thought of each other, up until seemingly very recently. So I mean, I don't know. It's definitely a weird thing to see in a movie that like everybody plays off as like totally normal and like not insane. But, you know, if somebody said that in a movie now, like, I don't know, it would be
the crazy ex-boyfriend is the one saying it.
Oh yeah, the crazy ex-boyfriend, or like the fucking, you know, serial killer, or like the, you know, whatever. Like it's the fucking bad guy of the movie that's saying that shit. It's not, you know, the second lead who's like the love interest. Like, come on.
But yeah, saying I own you, like, oh, maybe we don't need to be going there.
Like we said, that shit would never fly today, but that movie was not made today. It was made, you know, 50 fucking years ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, that ultimately is the real issue here, is that this film was made in 1961. So
almost 60 years ago.
Yeah. There's a lot more stuff that was not acceptable, but I guess acceptable.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff that was not necessarily acceptable, but it was accepted. So I guess that means it was acceptable.
if no one at the time was offended by Mickey Rooney, then saying I own you is not going to offend anyone either.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 1961. Holy shit. So, wow.
And again, that's also why they don't say that that Audrey Hepburn's character is a call girl, which again, you may not think that she is, but
I don't think she is.
But I mean, look, whether or not they would ever say it, it's very heavily hinted at.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she's doing. And again, that's fine. But like in a movie like this that would be made today, they would come out and say it.
Well, I mean, they basically came out and said it for fucking Paul's character, that he's just like a gigolo. And they had no issues with that. So I don't know why you would have an issue going in the other direction, which is why I partially the reason why I believe that Audrey Hepburn's character is not a call girl or an escort or whatever. She's not a prostitute.
It also may have something to do with the fact that Audrey Hepburn probably didn't want to be portrayed that way.
I mean, I don't know. She took the role, you know, the way that it was. So,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe she was. I don't know. Maybe she was originally written as a prostitute or whatever, and then she was like, no, you got to change it so that I am not a prostitute. Maybe I'm just a, you know, I don't know, just
a woman who likes the company of men.
Yeah, she's just like elegant as fuck. She's just kind of like I don't know. Yeah, she's just kind of like I don't know. What do you call it? A floozy.
She's a looker. I mean that dress at the beginning of the movie.
And she's like she obviously has like expensive taste, and you know, she cleans up really well, and yeah, she can. I mean, I don't know, Audrey Hepburn,
and she doesn't understand that she's aiding and abetting a mobster who's in jail.
It's pretty funny that she doesn't understand that that's what she's doing. But I mean, I don't know. That was a pretty interesting thing to just like throw into this movie for some reason. That like didn't need to be in this movie. I mean, it was an interesting thing to have in the movie because it was like so long and boring that like when that plot line comes back around later on in the movie, I was like, oh, thank God something else happened. But yeah,
again, like that's the problem. That's the problem with this movie. It's like after Buddy Ebsen's character of Doc Golightly leaves, the movie just kind of flounders.
Yeah. I mean,
for another like 45 minutes.
Yeah. That sequence when she basically like leaves him at the train station too is actually pretty sad. I was like, oh man, this totally sucks.
Right, because she's so unreliable as like a character and like not a narrator, but kind of like as someone giving information, because she's like, well, the marriage was annulled and he just can't accept it. It's like, but I don't trust you.
Oh yeah. And I think that's, you know, part of the whole thing is like, how much can we really trust this woman, you know, just based on, you know, what we have seen from her up to this point? I don't know. I mean, all of this stuff is, you know, probably intentional or maybe not. Maybe we're just reading into some shit that somebody did accidentally 50 years ago, so 60 years ago.
I may have actually enjoyed this movie if I had enjoyed Audrey Hepburn's performance, but I just didn't like her in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is the only movie I've ever seen her in.
I think her performance is fine. I think it's the character that she's playing has little to no redeeming qualities at all.
Her character has no redeeming qualities.
Well, and they really play that up too. Like throughout the movie, they give her several chances to like not be a shitty person, and she is a shitty person every time. So I mean, yeah, a third of the way or halfway through the movie, like I already don't like her and don't care, and I'm like, Paul, what the fuck are you even doing dealing with this fucking flaky ass bitch? You're already getting your dick wet all over town, getting paid by fucking cougars to fucking put in their butts or whatever. Just fucking go and find somebody else who's like equally as hot, and then bang her, and you'll probably get paid to do it. Move on with your fucking life, dog. But no, he falls in love with Audrey Hepburn and then feels ownership of her and needs his property.
Well, and that for me is the real issue. Is that the way this film ends makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. He's like, I love you. And she's like, so what? And he's like, that means I own you. And she's like, bitch, you don't know me. And then she fucking ditches the cat. She's like, fuck this cat for no reason. And then he's like, you love that cat. I'm going to go find that little motherfucker. And then she finds the cat and then changes her mind immediately. And then it's like happiness and love forever after in the rain. Like, come the fuck on. You know that like 2 days later she fucking leaves that motherfucker and flies down to Rio anyways. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right. And again, that's for me, I did not understand why this film ended the way it did, because up until the ending of this movie, nothing that happens would lead you to believe that the characters are going to end up together at the end of the film.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, neat little bow. They ended up together. They're in love. He's like, look at, what does he say? Like, examine your life. And like, I don't need this Cracker Jack box ring anymore. And that like seems to be the catalyst for her. And it's like, but this is like so forced. This movie is a 2-hour long movie and it all wraps up in like 2 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a really weird, long, boring movie.
And my problem is it's such a well-regarded film that I don't understand why it's so well-regarded.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big problem that you and I are having with this movie is how badly this film has aged in like its message and in its portrayal of its main characters and just in like the style of movie that it is and all of this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like there are great movies from this time period. From the early 60s to the late 60s. I mean, there's great movies everywhere throughout the 60s, and this is not one of them. So, I mean, I don't know. At least to me, it was really interesting seeing a movie that was regarded so highly that I was just like, I don't get it. I don't like it. But I mean, I don't know. I suppose I can understand from a certain perspective why it might be so highly regarded, but I don't know. It's not making it in my top 20.
I think it's a nice to look at film.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's beautiful people everywhere in the movie. It had some decent shots throughout the movie, but I don't know. Fuck. Like, who cares? If I'm going to sit through something for almost 2 hours, like I have to care. And that's
what I'm saying.
Like I didn't care once, like about anybody in the movie.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's parts of this film that have aged well, but there's
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the 3 hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
The audio commentary. It's a dying art form, but here at One Track Mind, I, your wonky yet affable host Ryan Luis Rodriguez, analyze film through the prism of these embryonic forms of podcasting, one audio commentary at a time. Masterpieces, crapster pieces, live action, animation, cult classics, films literally no one has ever heard of. No track is too small and no track is too big. Join me and my guests from the entertainment world as we keep these features alive every other Tuesday. Hey, who else is going to discuss Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey one week and Citizen Kane the next? Us, that's who. Sure, you have to put up with my voice, but there's a certain give and take in this industry. That's One Track Mind, part of the Someone's Favorite Productions family and available wherever you get your podcasts.
A lot of parts that haven't.
Yeah.
And most of it hasn't, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think it's a nice to look at film. I think it's a beautifully shot film. Blake Edwards does a great job, but I think, unfortunately, that does not make up for the fact that this is a 2-hour-long movie that doesn't do a whole lot in the way of telling a compelling story. I'm curious, Eric, what you would give the film out of 5.
Oh, God. I don't know. Maybe like a 1. Maybe a 1.5 for being something that was probably important to people back in the 60s, but like doesn't really matter now. I don't know. I really didn't like this movie, and I was like bummed that I watched it. I was like, oh my God, what a fucking shitty movie to like waste half my day fucking watching.
No, I'm with you. I would give it a 1 as well. I don't like it. And it's a film that I've heard so many good things about. And then I sit down and watch it and was like, why does anyone like this movie?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
I guess it's like it is empowering to women, but ultimately it ends up not being.
Yeah, it's like empowering to women, but like in a weird, shitty way. And then it backtracks on any empowerment that it gave to women, albeit in like a shitty, like not cool way. At the end, it just backtracks, and then it's like, oh, this guy said that he owns you, and then like now you're just okay with it, and you're gonna fall in love with him and live happily ever after as his fucking lady property now.
Yeah, like he's saying that he owns you.
Yeah. Like your reaction wasn't like bitch slap, fucking kick his ass out the fucking cab and fucking drive off into the sunset. Like that would have been a better ending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I completely agree. What do you think the film has on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I'm sure it's a pretty high fucking score. I would be surprised if it wasn't in the 90s.
88% critics' consensus is it contains some ugly anachronisms, but Blake Edwards is at his funniest in this iconic classic, and Audrey Hepburn absolutely lights up the screen.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what this reminded me a lot of? This reminded me a lot of going back and watching Grease again.
Oh, I haven't done that in a long, long time.
If you watch Grease now, it's a film that was shot in the 70s. It has aged insanely poorly from like what the message of the film is.
Yeah.
The whole message of the film is Olivia Newton-John's character needs John Travolta's character to feel like a whole woman. Like that's like offensive as fuck.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I mean, whatever.
But you know what I mean, like,
man. Yeah, old
right,
messages are, everything is fucking weird, and I don't know. Everything used to be racist and sexist and weird and shitty, and you go back and you look at it and you go, damn, that thing that I kind of liked is totally a shitty thing. Fuck, I can't like this anymore.
This hasn't aged well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. In the age that we're living in now, where we are finding out that, some of our most beloved actors and comedians and people in the entertainment industry are, scumbags or whatever, it's like, fuck, man, I liked all the shit that, so-and-so was in or that so-and-so made or whatever. It sucks that they're a huge piece of shit now. And like every time I watch one of their fucking movies or TV shows or listen to a piece of music by somebody or whatever, like I feel shitty, and I'm like, oh man, does this make me complicit in like being a shitty person for like kind of supporting this person's art? Or I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think we'd be a little remiss if we didn't talk about a couple things.
Okay.
Namely, finally seeing a Star Wars trailer during the Super Bowl last night.
Oh, I was waiting for
3 months removed from the film coming out. We promise we didn't just abandon this movie.
Yeah.
And speaking of abandoning films, the Cloverfield Paradox, which was abandoned to Netflix.
I don't know if it was abandoned to Netflix.
Okay, dumped. How's that?
I don't
Paramount
know.
said, hey, we made an expensive movie. We don't want to actually spend any more money to release it. Let's just sell it and or give it to Netflix for a percentage of however, some sort of way that they make money. I don't know how they would have made money off of it. putting it on Netflix, but maybe they just outright paid them for it. But that seems to be what happened with the Cloverfield paradox.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was called the God Particle at one point, or that was like the working title for.
Well, hold on a second. Well, the same thing happened to 10 Cloverfield Lane that happened to the Cloverfield Paradox. They were not Cloverfield movies.
Yeah.
They were then taken over by J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot.
Mm-hmm. And they were reworked into Cloverfield movies.
Reworked, yes. I'll say this much. There was shit that was added that didn't work very well. Namely, for me, in the Cloverfield Paradox. 10 Cloverfield Lane is an overall strong movie right up until the end. The Cloverfield Paradox is a very weak film.
Yeah, no spoilers, because I haven't fucking seen that shit yet. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Spoilers, it's bad. Don't waste your time.
Well,
at least you don't have to go to the theaters to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really liked the first two Cloverfield movies, even though the second movie definitely feels like a different movie that had Cloverfield stuff tacked onto it.
The third one feels even more so because it tries to connect back into the first film, and everything that they everything that they clearly added in post, like they went out and reshot after they were like, this is going to be a Cloverfield movie now. Everything that they added to the third movie feels like that. It feels like something that they just added.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. I don't like the model of taking existing movies and tweaking them so that they fit into the universe that you want to build. Like, come on, you're J.J. fucking Abrams. Like, just
make a Cloverfield movie.
Just write a goddamn Cloverfield movie and make it.
Just make a Cloverfield sequel.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like, I get what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to like build this weird Cloverfield universe where like anything could be a Cloverfield movie, but like that's fucking stupid. Like, come on.
Well, I don't get it. I mean, like that works well in like Black Mirror, that's what it's called, right? And like all of these other anthology shows, that works on TV. It doesn't particularly work well in movies.
I don't know. If you wanted to make a Cloverfield series that was kind of like Black Mirror, but was like an anthology Cloverfield series, that might be interesting. But like, fuck, man.
Or just make a sequel.
Yeah, I want an awesome Cloverfield sequel. Give me a fucking cool sequel.
I could care less. I didn't like the first Cloverfield. I don't care about a sequel at this point. I feel like that's the problem here, is if they were going to make a sequel, they should have just made it and stopped fucking around.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago that the Cloverfield, the first one came out, so.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. It's been a decade. If you wanted to make a sequel, you should have made a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know.
The problem. That was my problem with Cloverfield. The movie didn't even live up to the hype. That movie didn't even live up to the hype.
I mean, there was so much hype and everybody was like trying to figure out what the fucking monster was going to be. Like, was it going to be a fucking crazy Godzilla movie? Was it going to be like some insane, like Lovecraftian thing, you know, that was like this crazy big budget Cthulhu type movie maybe or something like that. And it ended up just being like something that nobody knew what it was. It was just a new weird thing. And I think that really like deflated a lot of people. I know it deflated me when I saw it. I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be something cool like that we all knew that was going to be like a surprise, but it wasn't. It was just like a monster. Going back and watching it now, I'm like, oh, it's just a cool monster movie. Like, it's not as big of a deal, but yeah, at the time it was definitely like kind of a bummer.
Well, and let's not forget that this almost was Cloverfield 4 because I don't know if you remember that this movie exists. A lot of people don't. There was a movie that was supposed to be a Cloverfield prequel that ended up just turning out to be its own thing. Do you remember what that movie was?
Tell me that it wasn't Life.
Super 8.
Oh, Super 8. Another movie where it was like, hey, there's this weird like monster alien thing.
But it was from the get-go a J.J. Abrams movie.
Yeah, but it was J.J. Abrams' love letter to Steven Spielberg movies from the 80s.
Right, yeah.
So,
but it was originally supposed to be a Cloverfield movie, like a prequel or sequel.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would have been cooler because
that movie sucked.
Super 8's all right, but it would have been way cooler if it was a Cloverfield movie.
Like, no offense to J.J. Abrams, but like Steven Spielberg movies are great, but there is a simplicity to Steven Spielberg movies that it's hard to replicate. And I don't think that J.J. Abrams, as a director or a screenwriter, has a bone in his body where he's like, I'm going to kind of rein it in and not just like try to ask all these weird questions and leave a bunch of cliffhangers. Like J.J. Abrams doesn't have, I don't know. J.J. Abrams is not Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
He never will be.
As long as he figures it out for fucking episode 9, I'm all right with it.
Right, yeah. But speaking of Star Wars,
oh my God,
it you know what? It looks bad.
It doesn't.
It looks like a movie that's been abandoned by the studio.
It looks visually, we always knew that it was going to look good visually because it's a fucking Star Wars movie and they have more money than God. So, like, of course it's going to look good.
Because it looks like Rogue One.
Yeah, it looks like Rogue One. It feels like Rogue One, which when I saw the first Rogue One trailer and got all excited that we were going to see a cool Star Wars war movie, it was great. And then when I saw Rogue One and saw what actually happened to the movie after reshoots and edits and fixes and whatever by the studio, I was like really disappointed. So now knowing...
Well, hold on. To be fair, the Kulturecast never came out, but you liked Rogue One when we first saw it.
This is hearsay and conjecture.
Lies!
And will never ever hold up in a court of law. No, I mean, sure.
Thank God for my microphone not being very successful on my laptop, right?
Yeah, I guess. Now knowing what that sort of like formula looks like, this looks exactly the same, except for it has the added negative of having what I think is one of the worst casting decisions in modern history for your main fucking character.
Oh, Alden Ehrenreich?
Who the fuck is this fucking kid with a little squeaky voice?
I mean, he was in Hail Caesar, that Coen Brothers movie that nobody saw.
Well, there you go. I don't know. Like
I'm with you.
How do you recast Harrison Ford? First of all, you fucking don't.
Well,
second of all, I don't know. I'm like watching this and I'm going like, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad casting. This kid, I don't know. It's gonna be so bad.
I'm not even sure it's a bad casting issue. I'm not sure why it's a thing to begin with.
Well, you know why it's a thing to begin with, because they're like, oh, we're Disney and we want to make money and we can make a Han Solo movie and everybody will go see it, right?
That's the issue here, right? Is that ultimately what it comes down to is Disney, money, money, money.
Yeah, that's it. So I don't know. I mean, I watched the trailer. There was the teaser yesterday, and then there was the actual trailer this morning.
Actually, they were both teasers.
What the fuck ever.
That's what they said.
I don't care. I don't need to watch another trailer to know that I'm not going to like this movie.
A teaser for a teaser.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't need to see another trailer. I don't need to read another blurb about this movie to know that I'm not going to like it.
This movie looks like it was abandoned by the studios. Why are we seeing a preview for a Star Wars movie, the crown jewel in Disney's crown of franchises? Why are we seeing a preview for a Star Wars movie 3 months before the movie comes out? There wasn't even a preview for this movie with The Last Jedi.
Yeah, that's when it should have came out, honestly.
Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
Are you a film fan who loves the ultimate home video experience? Look no further than The Disconnected. Your host, Ryan Verrill, is your go-to source for the latest and most accurate information on home video releases, exclusive interviews with industry insiders and filmmakers, and has established a thriving community where every film and physical media enthusiast feels welcome. From hidden gems to blockbuster hits, The Disconnected brings you insider knowledge and a welcoming space to share your love of cinema. Watch every Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific for the live announcements show, and follow The Disconnected on social media to stay updated. Subscribe to The Disconnected on YouTube or on the podcast provider of your choice, and dive into a world where every movie night is an adventure.
Right. I mean, even then it would have been a little too late, in my opinion. I mean, right? Like, normally you see previews for movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, they pushed...
With Star Wars, it's like normally Star Wars is like 8 to 9 months.
Yeah, and I mean, this movie got pushed so far back, like production-wise, that they probably just fucking finished the movie.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, they probably just fucking finished it like a fucking month ago or like a couple weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. So like, who the fuck knows, man? And I'm super surprised that they kept like the release date. It's supposed to be in May, yeah?
Yeah, May. 3 months from now.
So, I don't know. We'll fucking see. I mean, of course, I'm going to go see it, but I can already tell I'm not going to fucking like it. So, I don't know. Yeah. Ugh, it sucks. Two things that I really like. Cloverfield universe relegated to Netflix, which I will decide for myself tonight whether or not it is good. And then Star Wars, the best character in all of Star Wars, relegated to a shitty prequel movie that looks like it's garbage.
Well, and here's the thing. It could end up being good, but I think, because the bar has been set insanely low for the both of us and for a lot of people. I mean,
Sure.
Matt, who loved The Last Jedi, I think, Matt is even in the same boat as us. Like, oh God, like this is not going to be good.
No, it's not going to be good. I mean, I don't know.
It could be, but I think overwhelming evidence so far would have me leaning in the direction of, yeah, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You don't release a trailer 3 months ahead of the movie coming out and expect people to be like, oh yeah, great.
Netflix and release the trailer 3 hours ahead of the movie being available for streaming, which was, I thought, kind of a baller move. That they were just
but
like...
the movie does not hold up against the baller, great, I mean, ingenious advertising ploy that they used. The movie doesn't hold up.
I don't know. I'll find out and we'll have an addendum to this conversation next week.
Yeah. But regardless, you're not hearing that it's like the best movie ever made. So ultimately, it wasn't successful. You're not hearing that Cloverfield Paradox is better than, the first Cloverfield and Cloverfield 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I mean, I don't know. We're talking about it and I haven't even watched it yet. So I don't know. Isn't that a sign of success?
I would say a sign of success is whether or not it's successful for Netflix in a streaming capacity 1 month after the Super Bowl, when everyone has forgotten that the ad aired during the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Because we're still like 24 hours removed at this point. So
yeah. So I mean, if the movie does really well and a shit ton of people watch it on Netflix, then cool.
This may be a trend for Netflix to get studio-backed movies onto their platform.
Yeah. I mean, basically, purchase the rights. I don't know when they purchased the rights to this movie.
It was either last week or the week before. It was that quick.
So they basically purchased this movie, didn't fucking tell anybody, and then paid for a spot during the Super Bowl somehow in the span of less than 2 weeks. And then
let's not kid ourselves. Netflix had a spot in the Super Bowl anyways.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, what were they going to use it for if not for 10 or
I don't know,
to promote
Paradox? To promote season 3 of Stranger Things? I don't know. Any number of things. It's Netflix. They've always got something in the can.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps the new season of House of Cards.
Oh no. Probably not that.
All right.
The new season of House of Cards, now with 100% less Kevin Spacey.
Bye, Kevin
but 100%
Spacey.
More Greg Kinnear. So
what? Is Greg Kinnear just taking over the role?
No, Greg Kinnear is in the season. I don't know. I've never watched House of Cards, so I couldn't tell you. But Greg Kinnear is in the season now. That's what I read.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyways.
Let's look. The best ad during the Super Bowl was the Amazon Alexa commercial, and then that was probably tied with anything that had David Harbour as a tied fake-out commercial. So
I don't remember the Alexa commercial.
It had like Anthony Hopkins and Cardi B and Gordon Ramsay. Was like, what happens if Alexa loses her voice? And so it has like a bunch of like celebrities standing in for Alexa when people ask their Alexa information.
Oh, wow.
It's actually pretty clever, but not as good as the David Harbour Tide ads.
Yeah. They are all like, I wonder how Tide got the rights from all of those different companies to like kind of use their ads.
Well, to kind of like the Mr. Clean one.
Yeah.
I would assume that that Tide may be a parent company.
Yeah, maybe.
Product.
Like Old Spice, the fucking dude on the horse.
Yeah. But to be fair, like that wasn't an Old Spice ad. That was a Tide ad with the Old Spice guy in it.
Right, but like they had like the Old Spice like
right. I would assume it's a parent company thing.
Yeah, I don't know. But
that was the best part. Those were the best ads of the Super Bowl.
Those are pretty funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was only tangentially watching the game, so I saw a few of those, and I saw the Bud Knight one, and that was pretty much it.
Well, let's be honest here. The best movie ad during the Super Bowl was the Jurassic World trailer, because Jurassic World 2 looks like it could actually be pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like Jurassic Park 2. So it actually looks closer to Jurassic Park 3 than Jurassic Park 2, but
I mean, look, I love dinosaurs. I love the Jurassic Park franchise. Jeff Goldblum's going to be in it. So,
yeah.
Jeff Goldblum can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. So,
yeah,
and now I'm here talking to myself, and that's chaos.
God damn it.
Or, I mean, one of the better lines from that movie is, "That is one big pile of shit."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jeff Goldblum is probably one of the finest character actors. Him and, like, Christopher Walken.
He's the best. My favorite Jeff Goldblum appearance was in The League as Ruxin's dad. Oh, God, it makes me so happy.
And he's, like, banging his, like, friend's sister over, like, the bathroom counter.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Goldblum is, I mean, he makes Thor Ragnarok 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that movie's good, but Jeff Goldblum is...
He's the reason, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll take our final break and we'll play a preview for the next Kulturecast. All right, that's right. Next week, we're going to be talking about Mannequin.
Woo!
A movie about, well...
A mannequin.
A mannequin that comes to life.
And then
I've never seen it. Have you?
I have seen it.
Is it?
It's really weird.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, is it as strange as I hope it is? Because it sounds bizarre.
Like, if you want to do like the oversimplified Shape of Water explanation, like if the Shape of Water is the story of a woman who fucks a fish man, then Mannequin is the story of a man who fucks a mannequin.
Or a woman who fucks a mannequin.
No, it's a man who fucks the mannequin.
Wait, I thought the mannequin in the first movie is the woman. Or the man.
I thought the man in the mannequin is a woman.
Wait, no.
Are there more mannequins than one mannequin?
There are. There are 2 mannequin movies.
Then maybe I've seen the second mannequin.
Have you seen the
2.
one with Kim Cattrall?
I don't know.
She's from Sex and the City.
Yeah, that's the one.
I think you've seen Mannequin 2 then.
Oh.
Mannequin 1 is a male mannequin. Mannequin 2 is a female mannequin.
Wouldn't that be a
Why
mannequin?
There are 2 mannequin movies is beyond me, but hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the first one hit a chord with people who want to fuck mannequins, I guess.
These greasy perverts who go to the mall and are like, I want to fuck this mannequin so hard.
Yeah, I guess I've never seen this movie then. And so, yeah, it'll be a first for both of us once again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, though. In the meantime, though, Eric, what have you been up to?
Nothing. Just working all day, all night. Fucking watching. I started to watch Altered Carbon, that new like Netflix thing, and it's pretty bad.
I've heard it's like good but stupid.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty stupid. It does have some like, it's visually really cool, and it has a lot of really awesome action parts. So it does have some redeeming qualities.
But it's like dumb Blade Runner?
Yeah, it's like a really dumb Blade Runner, basically.
There could be worse things.
Yeah, I don't know. I started to watch that, and I don't know. Just been, going through the backlog of movies and soundtracks and stuff. I was listening to the Exorcist soundtrack the other night on vinyl, probably a little louder than I should have been, and I scared the shit out of my roommate, and she like ran in and yelled at me. She didn't know what the fuck was going on because it was just like a cacophony of strings just like grinding super loud, and she was like asleep. And if you have sleeping roommates, that's not a good soundtrack to play too loud next door to them.
I was like, maybe don't be playing the Exorcist soundtrack at 1 a.m. while you're stoned and not expect your roommates to freak the fuck out.
I was not stoned. That is hearsay.
I don't live in California.
I still haven't gone to the store and just bought weed. I still haven't done it.
You're a rebel, dude.
I guess. I don't know. My roommate buys weed and I just steal it from him. So.
Oh my God.
What about you? What have you been doing besides freezing
Nothing.
your fucking dick off and
Oh my god.
fucking
It's been snowing
wherever.
constantly, like every other day. But I was actually back in Dallas last week, so
Oh, Debbie did Dallas?
yeah. Daddy did Dadu.
Oh, I'm out. I gotta go.
Dadu. Yeah, so I was in Dallas, and so that was that. So nothing particularly exciting on my end. Just
Yeah.
been reading a lot of comic books.
No midnight cowboy action in Dallas.
No, I wish. Rhinestone cowboy action.
Ugh.
But please head on over to cultureshock.com where you can find out more about today's episode. You'll find links over to iTunes where you can rate and review the show. Please give us 5 stars so more people can find us and listen to our terrible opinions on movies. You'll also find links to Patreon where you can kick a couple dollars our way. Donors get access to unreleased episodes, DVDs, and the chance to guest co-host a Kulturecast. You can follow me on Twitter at Kulturestash. You can follow Eric on Twitter at Tychomagnetics. And you can follow Culture Shocked on Twitter at Culture Shocked. Big thanks as always to Eric and Wavoka for their intro song Lament, and for my good buddy back home, Justin the Decipher, the Eagles fan in my life, for allowing us to use his song Two Step. And we will see you next week.
Posted with the crew. You know how we do, I'm just 2-step, drink in my right hand, phone in my other hand, getting to the money, oh man, 2-step, posted with the crew, yeah, you know how we do.
Hey, 2-stepping, know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 1, 2, Benjamin, aka the Black T, you know what I'm saying? Catch me with my crew every day.